Summer camps reopened after shutting down last year, but the question remains, how safe are they? Katrin Asaf spoke with one parent who says her son got dangerously sick from a military training camp. And now she's trying to figure out what happened and make sure other parents don't share her pain. So, Katrin, do we know what led to this?
Well, Donna, Kevin, that's what Lila White is trying to figure out. Earlier this month, her son attended the U.S. Naval Sea Cadet training at Camp Robinson, but he came home a day early with a fever of over 100 degrees and all the symptoms of COVID-19. White says she believes COVID precautions weren't taken seriously and is on a mission to figure out what went wrong.
It was supposed to be a thrilling summer.
Kind of helps mold and shape these boys as they're growing up.
At least that's what Lila White hoped for her son, Jordan, when he headed to Camp Robinson. She says all it took was a signature saying he was symptom-free and a med check without a COVID test.
To my knowledge, there was none done whatsoever.
For weeks, White assumed Jordan was having fun, but just 2 days before pickup, she got a call.
She briefly just said, well, Jordan's running a low-grade fever and he wants to come home.
White immediately knew something was wrong. Jordan was so ill he couldn't speak. The teen later testing positive for COVID. Jordan says he wasn't the only one sick.
There was a child there with no taste and smell the very first day.
And adds protocols did little to stop the spread. Kids with fevers quarantined for a day, then returned.
He's a good kid, so he didn't deserve this.
A spokesperson for the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets says the Corps followed CDC guidelines and bars any symptomatic child from training for at least 2 weeks. But Jordan says he still completed exercises even after spiking a fever.
My son suffered for days without someone caring.
Now the teen is quarantining at home while his mom demands answers.
It's heartbreaking.
And hopes no other parent shares her pain.
The U.S. Naval Sea Cadets also tells me they encourage all participants who are eligible to get the vaccine, and parents acknowledge in writing that there is a risk in attending the summer training. They weren't able to tell me how many kids were ill or how many COVID tests were conducted. And Jordan wasn't vaccinated when he attended the camp, but says he was one of the only kids wearing a mask. Reporting in studio, I'm Katrin Asaf.